everyone, and welcome back to the Ms.Dria show, where I'm your host, Ms.Dria, and here I have with me Poet Analogy.
That's me. How y'all feeling out there? Everybody good?
I
How
hope
you doing,
they're
Ms.
great.
Dria?
Thank you.
And you
I'm
look
great.
beautiful,
Thank
by the
you.
way.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the Ms.Dria show. So,
Thank you.
okay, you're welcome. Where are you from? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, originally, I was born in the Virgin Islands, St. Thomas. I'm a
Okay.
proud island boy. I was born and raised in Carol City,
Okay.
and I went to Carol City Senior High, and I'm a chief. I bleed orange and black,
Oh my goodness.
but so that's basically that's me in a
Okay.
nutshell. I mean, I love Miami, but I'm from the islands, and I just that's just me.
That's gonna always
Rice
be
and
with me.
peas, stuff like that.
I
That's
think
what I love.
people, I like it, and I'm not even from the island, so it doesn't like
Okay,
everybody
okay.
love that. Tell me, how long have you been doing poetry?
Wow, I've been doing poetry for a while. I mean, I wrote for years without sharing it with anyone,
Okay.
and then I finally got the courage to actually share it with my sister, who is a huge influence on my growth.
Okay.
And I remember the first time that I actually decided to go on stage. I was nervous.
wow.
I was with one of my very close friends. He's like a brother to me, and he took me to Power Studios down in Miami, where I met Ingrid B.
Okay.
And
Oh.
Ingrid B actually gave me my first opportunity to get on the stage, and
Okay.
ever since then, I've been just it's been a beautiful thing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a beautiful thing.
So I've actually been to is it the piano room or the
Piano
room?
piano bar.
And Ingrid B was there, and she is a tough cookie. I wasn't performing, but I love her. I love everything about her because she's just so real. That's why I said, oh wow, like that. She's so real with it.
To know her is to love her. I think that I can sincerely say that we have a special relationship, and
That's
I'll
excellent.
be forever indebted to her, because I know for sure that if it wasn't for her, there probably wouldn't be an analogy. So
That is
shouts out to
excellent.
Ingrid B doing her thing.
Exactly. She doesn't know me, but I went there one time and I never forgot her name and I remember her. So listen, tell me, are you gonna give us a poem tonight?
I may do a little snippet,
Okay.
and then I guess yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let you warm up to it, so I'm just gonna keep talking because I
Okay,
want to
talk
say, can we have it right now? But I like poetry. Don't worry about it. Listen. So tell me, you have released 3 projects.
Yes.
Okay,
I
and
have.
you're working on one right now.
Yes.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about that one.
Okay, I've released 3 projects. The first one is symbolic images of lovemaking.
Okay.
No, verbal calligraphy. I'm sorry, that's my first album.
Okay.
And then I released a special project which was about love and some other smooth talking stuff like that. And then I released Jesus is a Capricorn, which I'm very proud of that project, as I am my other ones. Jesus is a Capricorn is a album that I did with Mac Turner. Shouts out to Mac Turner. He's a producer, singer, rapper. We did it all, and somehow it worked. And the reason why we titled the album Jesus is a Capricorn is because technically, if you're going by zodiacs, Jesus is a Capricorn, and he's a Capricorn, and I'm a Capricorn too. So shouts out to all my Capricorns out there. And me, right now, I'm working on a project that's just emotionally all me. Okay. And I'm going to name it Pluviophile, for the simple fact that I'm inspired by the sound of water, rain. I love to go to the beach. I love to sit there and listen to the ocean meeting the shore and stuff like that. So that is the shallow, no pun intended, definition of what pluviophile is. So that's what it's going to be called. And it's going to be probably an album of about maybe 11 or 12 tracks. It's going to be produced by one of the producers from Bahama Beats, Mr. Smith,
Okay.
and I'm excited about it, man.
That is
I just
excellent.
am. I
That is
am.
excellent. So, when are you looking to put it out? You have a date in mind, a time frame in
Um,
mind, rather?
wow. No, I
Okay.
don't.
Okay.
But I'm
Okay.
hoping that I can get it out by before my birthday of next year.
Okay. Okay. That's excellent. So, more power to you.
Thank you very
And
much.
I wait to hear it. But until then, is it possible that I can hear a poem?
What kind of what mood are you in? I mean,
I'm feeling
do
good,
we
you
want to
know.
be conscious or well that I mean that's I guess that's where I'm at right now as far as writing. So I guess from a more sincere point, I guess that's what I probably should give you
Okay.
from a con. So I'll give you a little snippet of one of my favorite poems that I like to do, and I usually start it off like this. Your business card does not make what you selling compelling if your handshake is fake and your demeanor is telling lies, and I can see the blood in your eyes from how many lives you've despised wearing a fragrance called incomplete, while to you I may appear passive. My mentality is that of a sage. My rage is to appear weak when I'm strong. My pen, my arms, my words, my ammunition, my brim, my bunker, my delivery reeks conviction. If you can't take the heat, get the out the kitchen, freedom of speech. Who wants some? Come get some. In a 5-man band, I am as necessary as a snare drum. Spitting revelations is my occupation. I am not proclaiming to be self-righteous, but sometimes I want to send them back to the lab because the manure they got in heavy rotation is brain cell annihilation. And I keep praying for patience when I should be praying for patrons, misguided by wolves dressed in cheap clothing. We call them Satans. Loud bark, no bite. Can't even burst a grape in a fruit fight, spitting about how you spit on, says that that's going to make your poetry take flight. Ego standing tall, but it's filled with termites, so you go home feeling hollow every night. Brainwashed and indoctrinated while I leave the job site, fulfilled and elevated. Your 4-year degree don't make you more educated than me. Just because you go to church every Sunday don't make you more spiritual than me. Everybody say my mind is free. And that's it. That's all I got.
Wow, I
That's all
loved
I
it. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. My favorite part was when you said, you can't even burst a grape in a fruit fly.
Yeah, yeah.
I loved
A
it.
lot of people, from that standpoint, a lot of people I think that we as people should probably approach more situations from a humble standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people really can be self-righteous
Mm-hmm.
when you really should look in the mirror
Exactly.
at yourself.
Exactly.
If this world was filled with mirrors, I think people would probably have a lot less to say,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
a lot less judgment.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
how I feel about it.
Some people choose to ignore their own situation.
Yeah.
So that's that. But I want to commend you on your voice and everything. It's like your delivery. When you said, your delivery has conviction, and like I was listening.
You was listening?
I told you I love poetry, so that's
Thank
why I
you.
stressed it to
Thank
you.
you.
But yeah, that was, and it was like you couldn't have said nothing truer than that. Like,
Thank you. I'm always a nervous wreck, and I think that's one of my greatest God-given attributes is that you should never take the stage or the lights or an opportunity to inspire someone for granted.
of course.
So even though I'm here, this may seem simple, but I'm nervous.
Well,
Shaking on
don't
the
be
inside.
nervous because we both can be nervous. I'm nervous
Why?
too.
We can do it together. We got something in common there.
Okay, well then, hey,
That's
we can
fine.
both be nervous. But so I just want to thank you so much. Do you have any events coming up?
I do actually.
Okay.
One event that I'm very excited about, that's Flowpocalypse. If I may I give you like a brief synopsis of
No, go
the whole Flowpocalypse thing. This is an event by my brother, a king, renowned poet, Quick, the poet. And it's going to be at the Broward Center for Performing Arts on July 9th. I believe that's a Saturday. And Flowpocalypse actually started with me. I'm grateful. I was grateful for the opportunity. I was selected from a large list of poets, and Quick selected me to be the feature last year.
That is
And
excellent.
it was a huge success.
Wow.
Everyone told me that I did a great job, and I was honored. So here it is now. I get to open up for the next Flowpocalypse feature. So that's very much an honor. So if you guys can make it, it's going to be a great event, a great experience. July 9th.
Okay, July 9th at what time?
I think 8 o'clock.
Okay.
8 o'clock.
At the Broward
At the Broward Center for Performing Arts.
Oh, okay. I was almost.
No, that's
okay. Okay. So tell me, how can people stay in touch with you, and just in case you have any events prior to that coming up, how can we know about those?
You can find me on Facebook, Analogy Smith. I'm pretty easy to find. My website is www.analogyhasspoken.com. I also have a T-shirt, a Positively Quoted Tees T-shirt line that I'm doing. Okay. So hopefully next time I see you, Dria, I'll bring you a T-shirt so you can wear it. But you can get those shirts at www.sunday, that's DAI, inspire.com, and just click on the Analogy link. Okay. I'm also on Instagram, and that's analogy_305. And that's it. That's me.
Okay, perfect. So like I said, I want to commend you on everything it is that you're doing. And I want to thank you for taking the time out to share your talent with us.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. If there is one piece of advice that you would give someone who has a goal in mind, a dream, to follow, what would you tell them?
I was in a poetry slam maybe 7 years, maybe 8, 9 years ago. And I felt like I did horrible. We are our worst critics. A 16-year-old came up to me and he said, Analogy, can I ask you a question? And he said, how do you do it? And I was like, do what? And he said, how do you make the words seem so alive? And I was taken aback because, number one, I didn't win. I stumbled over my poem, but somehow he still got the message. So I just looked him straight in his face. I mean, he was young. He was a sponge. He wanted it, and I could feel it in my heart that he was being sincere. I just told him, I said, listen, whatever you do, don't ever compromise your art for the sake of anyone's feelings. Just do what you feel, and it'll always be real. That's
That is excellent. I love that one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, like I said, I want to thank you for taking the time to come by the Ms.Dria show.
Oh, thank you.
I welcome you back anytime.
I'm coming back. You gotta just let me know when let me know.
Poetry, anytime.
I like the vibe. So if you want to have me back, I'll be back. Just let me know.
Anytime. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Please stay tuned to the Ms.Dria show, and when we come back, we'll come back with so much more.